All right, welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a set of source documents that details something we're calling the double heist. And honestly, it is absolutely wild. We're looking at this highly complex, multi-layered situation derived from some really recent legal and technical research. Layer 1 is all about how big tech, or what the texts call sovereign monopolies, essentially monopolize digital data and biometric identities. But Layer 2, well, that's where the real twist happens. It details how the high-powered external law firms fighting these tech giants actually fell into an inescapable legal trap, allegedly misappropriating the very forensic blueprints used to catch the platforms in the first place. It's an incredible story of digital sovereignty, massive lawsuits, and the brutal reality of strict trust law.
So here's our roadmap for today's explainer. First, big tech's digital chop shop. Second, the poison pill trap. Third, law firms take the bait. Fourth, trustees descend tort. And finally, number 5, disgorging the billions. Let's dive in.
All right, part 1, big tech's digital chop shop. To kick off this first layer of the heist, the sources outline how these massive tech platforms extract human creativity on a literally industrial scale. And it begs a really important question, one that forms the whole core of this forensic thesis. How exactly do multi-billion-dollar platforms hide the systematic theft of human creativity? I mean, how do you steal digital assets when everything online leaves a footprint, right? Well, according to the research, the answer is platform-level metadata laundering. The source material defines this perfectly as a digital chop shop. Basically, it's a coordinated system where insiders use administrative tools to suppress original creators. They use a mechanism the thesis calls Helios, which is kind of like shadow banning on steroids, to reduce an original artist's visibility to near zero. Then, the content is stripped of its digital fingerprints, laundered through AI, and just reintroduced. And if regulators or the original artists start asking questions, the platforms use what the documents call midnight keys. These are backdoor admin tools used to manually alter server timestamps, completely erasing the true history of the asset. They've even used this to appropriate biometric vocal signatures, like the unique mother-light frequency of a minor, laundering it straight into synthetic audio. Which brings us to part 2, the poison pill trap. So, how do you expose a system that can literally control digital time? Well, you build a trap. And the Fannet Trusts engineered a brilliant one by creating a strict administrative separation barrier. On one hand, you have a 17-page poetic narrative just floating out there in the public domain. It reads almost like science fiction. But on the other hand, completely isolated from internet-facing networks, sits a 20-volume, highly secure scientific and engineering thesis protected by intense cybersecurity frameworks. The crucial thing to understand here